a sales associate at Cliff Anshe Chevrolet here in Alpena, Michigan. I work at Cliff Anshe Chevrolet, and if you are familiar with Michigan, we're right by here. We carry the full Chevrolet lineup. I sell both new and used vehicles, and I started this YouTube channel about a year and a half ago to help sell cars and educate you, the end consumer, on features that are out there, like what happens when your phone loses its Bluetooth, or what's the difference between a regular used car and a certified pre-owned used car, and then also the full Chevrolet lineup. If you've been following me for a while now, you know that I've done a video on the Bolt, Trailblazer, Tahoe, C8 Corvette. So I know my way around the Chevrolet lineup, and that's what this channel has been. Last year in March, however, we had the pandemic, which I know you're all well aware of. And in that time, we got laid off, and I vlogged through that whole thing. I wanted to take the opportunity to try to make myself a little bit better at this whole thing right here, and it worked. The only problem that I had is that some people really liked me vlogging, and they actually liked it better than the car part, but the car part is what this whole channel is about. So I decided a long time ago I just decided actually a couple of weeks ago, I'm doing both, and I don't care. So every once in a while, you get a vlog sprinkled in, which I hope to do this weekend, but for the most part, you'll get content of cars and the Chevrolet lineup, which is what's going on right now. This week, I want to talk to you about the Chevrolet Trailblazer RS. Last week, we talked about the ACTIV, and I really just wanted to take a quick moment and tell you how the two trim levels differ on the Trailblazer. So they both have the same engine, which is a 1.3 turbocharged engine powered by the 9-speed automatic transmission. They're both all-wheel drive, but the ACTIV trim level gets a little bit of a different. This all-wheel drive mechanism, just typical like you see a front-wheel drive vehicle. When the front wheels spin, it engages the rear end, and away you go. But the main difference with this car is pretty much the exterior of the vehicle. And then I thought this just be a nicer way. It's really cold outside. I got some footage of the vehicle earlier today, so I just thought we'd sit down and do this, and I can kind of go over it really quick. The main exterior differences between the RS Trailblazer and a lot of the other ones out there. It's worth keeping in mind that the Trailblazer doesn't have an LTZ or a Premier trim level. So if you're looking for a higher trim level, you need to kind of decide to yourself, do you want to go ACTIV or do you want to go RS? The ACTIV is a little more rugged, trail ready, and they say the RS is more for like a night on the town or for those people that live in the city. When I took it for a ride, the car seemed really peppy, as does all of them with the 1.3 turbo. Definitely looks sharp. That RS appearance that you see on the Blazer, the Traverse, and then of course it's coming on the Equinox supposedly for 2022. Definitely does look sharp. Part of that package is if you move to the front of the front, I almost said Equinox. As you move to the front of the Trailblazer, you'll see that it still has that wide front grille, but that grille is actually very Camaro inspired now with the RS, which is something that they like to do with all the RSs. And that honeycomb blacked out look looks so sharp. 3 LED lights are on the front of the car. You have the daytime LED running lamp on the top, the headlight in the middle, and then the little fog lamp on the bottom. As you kind of move around to the side of the vehicle, you'll see the wheels really stand out in this. It does have the big 18-inch wheel. That 18-inch wheel is a 5-spoke with a high black gloss insert in there. Stands out, super sharp. And then as you move to the back, you'll see that it has a lot of the black RS badging that you've come to see on a lot of the other vehicles in the Chevrolet lineup. Black bow ties. And if you go to the bottom of the rear of the vehicle, you'll see that the exhaust, where we had some squared off ones on the ACTIV, they become a round off one now. And it kind of sits inside the bumper, and it looks really sleek and sharp. This is a great opportunity for me to tell you that do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up button. The thumbs up button does so many things for me, the algorithm, and it helps other people that are searching about this vehicle to find me. And then, of course, it also helps my self-esteem. And while you're over there, do me a favor, and if you'd like to hear about what's coming out from Chevrolet, I try to do a very good job of keeping up with General Motors and different trending patterns, like for example right now Microsoft bonded with GM and things seem to be going well. We'll see how that all turns out, but I really do my best to keep up to date with what's going on with the automotive industry, because I have to, it's my job, but primarily General Motors and Chevrolet. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll always know, whenever we get a new vehicle, and I'll do a walk around and whatever else is going on in my life. All right, so let's head to the interior. As you get inside the Trailblazer, you're going to see that it looks very similar to a lot of the other trim levels in the Trailblazer lineup. The main difference is you're going to see that it's mostly blacked out with a lot of red trim accents that are set all across the car. Red trim stitching on the seats and on the steering wheel. There's a couple of red accents around the vents, and then of course where some of the storage areas. My favorite part in this vehicle is when you're sitting inside of it, it's got that flat steering wheel that you see in the Camaro. It's super sporty and fun to drive, and I just love the looks of it. It looks really, really good. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you like the Blazer. The Trailblazer. I know this video is a little bit different, but it just worked well for me. We have a lot of cars coming in, and I'm trying to get through them all. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below here. And then also, if there's something you'd like to see that I haven't done yet, my goal is to make a video for every trim level. So if there's something that you really wanted to see, leave a comment below, and I can always jump ahead and do it as long as we have it on our lot. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys next time.